Wow, okay, great. Well, guys, hey, listen, my name is Darryle R. Banks, two-star executive director and founding member with MWR Financial, and your host of this weekly Thursday night Financial Edge University live webinar. We want to thank you. But look, this is not about me tonight. Let's get to the guest that we have online tonight. This gentleman, I've had the pleasure of actually seeing him walk away from his full-time job that was paying him $65,000 a year. Walked away from this red carpet treatment, limousines, the whole 9 yards. That was the validity that MWR Financial was where I wanted to stamp my footprint to be able to change not only my financial trajectory, but those that I am connected to as well. He knows how to build a big business, and he is doing so much. He's also the voice of MWR Financial. Please welcome to the call two-star Regional Director, Mr. Darryle W. Parker. Darryle, are you there?
Mr. Banks, yes, sir, I'm here. Can you hear me, my friend?
Man, I can hear you loud and clear. The webinar is yours.
Yes, sir, buddy. I'm so excited. I want to thank you for all that you do. I really appreciate the introduction, my friend. It has been an incredible journey seeing what MWR Financial has been able to do in the lives of thousands of people across this country, tens of thousands of people. I want to also thank the president of MWR Financial, Mr. Damo Tolson, for giving me an opportunity to sit in his stead tonight. So, guys, listen, buckle up your seatbelts. We're going to be talking about services, what this membership actually brings, the importance of it, and then we've got to figure out how to get all of you plugged in so that you can see the real value. Now, if you're on your computer, separate from this webinar, log into your back office right now. Go to your membership. I want you to understand fully what you have. If you have not accessed it tonight, we're going to get the training that we need to understand fully what we've got, how to access each one of the platforms and make it work for you. This is an incredible opportunity that we have before us. MWR Financial, I believe at this stage, 5 years in, we have now figured out who we are. We are the ultimate cash flow company. No question about it, and we're going to show you how to do it. So let's get into your back office with Mr. Banks' help. We are now clicking on our membership. You're in your back office. We're going to start with our cashback strategies first and help you understand what all that is all about. We're talking about tax savings, bill savings, debt savings, credit scores increase. All of those 4 platforms are designed to put money back in your pocket. And as we go through, I'll be able to share with you my results from using these very services. So we'll start with reduce my taxes, right? So we all know that the way this thing is set up, that we're not winning, and we won't win until we surround ourselves with experts that understand how these things work, right? So let's get into it again and talk about how we save money on taxes. Now, as a W-2 employee, there are probably, less than 40 maybe tax deductions that you can legally qualify for versus you being a self-employed home-based business owner through MWR Financial. Now you've got 400-plus deductions available to you that were not available to you as a W-2 employee. So we know how business laws are structured in this country, right? Or tax laws, how they're structured in this country. Who are they designed to benefit most? They're designed to benefit business owners. So doesn't it make sense that we become business owners? And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but that's why you guys are here, and that's why you've joined MWR Financial. So we're going to play the game on the same level that wealthy people do because we now have the same access. So as you look at your screen here, we're in our reduce my taxes section. And this kind of breaks down and shows us how to walk through each one of these programs. Actually, each one of our programs has a tutorial, and it lays it out for you as it relates to your tax reduction strategies, what you want to do. What the CPAs are going to require from you is your last 2 paycheck stubs and a copy of last year's taxes. Put that, get it in front of those guys. Let them analyze your current tax situation and show you what you can qualify for in a way of an instant pay raise. Now, my results, and this was the first move that I made when I joined MWR Financial. I submitted the necessary information that they requested, and within 24 hours, these guys were able to get back with me and show me a $350 a month savings. Money that I saw on my check 2 weeks later. That was $175 extra money every 2 weeks. Now, when you look at the prior pay period for me, and the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that, you can go back as far as you want to. I was paid on Friday and broke on Monday. Now, you've never had to do it, so you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. But what I want you to understand is the importance of accessing these services. You now have live trained licensed CPAs. These services would otherwise cost you and I $200 to $300 an hour. And don't take my word for it. Call a local CPA's office in your city tomorrow and ask them what their hourly rate is. Now, great majority of people, like myself, was living paycheck to paycheck. Where in the world are we going to get an additional $200 to $300 an hour to pay these guys to help us understand how this game is played? We've got full access now, basically for the price of a cup of coffee a day. Our membership alone with MWR Financial, now understand this, $99.97. You've got full access to experts. So we've never been locked out of the process. We've been priced out of the process. But we've got access now because MWR Financial has leveled the playing field. Now, Darryle, I want people to understand, if you go to the far right of the page that you're on now, there's a Ask an Expert button. There's a tax hotline. You know, so if you've got a tax question, you're trying to make a decision, should I buy a vehicle, should I lease a vehicle, you've got direct access. Call that 877 number. Those guys are going to pick up the phone, and they're going to give you the instructions. They're going to help you understand how best to benefit yourself with making these decisions. So it's like having these guys on speed dial or having them on retainer. You know, some of them familiar with that language as it relates to a lawyer, but that's what you've got here with MWR Financial. So this is the most fascinating and comprehensive financial package ever offered to the general public. I want you to fully understand what you've got here. These guys will even go back and review your last 3 years of taxes, right? So if you've left money on the table, here's our chance to get that money back. And if you've been filing your taxes on your own or using someone that wasn't quite at the level of the CPAs that we offered, you want to submit your last 3 years for review. There's an upload center built into this thing. You can upload the information. Again, keep in mind, you're in this for yourself but not by yourself. You've got a whole team of experts that are willing to assist you every step of the way. But if I encourage you, if you have not yet submitted your paperwork for the instant pay raise, now would be the time to do it. So again, we're in your back office. The subject matter at this point is reduce my taxes. So this is just one of the ways that MWR Financial has created to put more money back in our pocket. And then we're going to get to a point where we're going to talk about what we do with all this new money that's being created from our existing finances. We're talking, you think about me personally, $350 a month without having to go out and get a part-time job or to do anything different other than show up like I was doing every single day and to get an instant pay raise. This is profound. I've heard people get back as much as $800 or $900 a month. Everyone's situation is different, but if you have not done this yet, you're doing yourself a disservice. You want to take full advantage of everything we got. Now, Mr. Banks, moving forward, let's go and look at what else we offer in the way of these strategies of getting cash back. The next one would be lower my bills, right? So we know that we've got consistent bills that we pay every single month of the year, right? I mean, every single month, whether it be your cell phone, internet, satellite, cable, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, all of those things. Think about now what you have access to, a group of trained professionals that is designed to help you negotiate the reductions in payment for you on each one of those bills. Thinking about putting a portion of that money back into your pocket. This is all part of our cashback strategy. So again, if you're going to pay the bills, and we are going to pay our utility bills every month, we're going to pay our cell phone, we're going to pay cable, security, satellite, all of those things, right? We're going to pay them every month, but why not pay a portion versus all of it and take the difference of the money and put back into your pocket? I mean, these strategies are profound. I never thought that I could have an advantage like this as it relates to a group of professionals that are willing to negotiate the reduction in payment. Now, think about it. Many of us have probably attempted to do this on our own at one point or another. You call your cell phone company, you call the cable company and say, listen, you know, that the bill is too high. I need a reduction in payment, or I'm going to leave you, and that sort of thing. Too much work, too tedious. Let a professional handle it for you, and that's what we're in a position to do, to allow the professionals to do that work for you. So with this cashback strategy, I think we're showing you now the bill shredder component and how easy it is to access that portion of the system. Basically, you upload the information, your most current bill, and you're starting. These guys are going to do all the legwork for you. What I love about this system, I've used it myself, the communication is so incredible. From start to finish, they keep you abreast on everything they're doing, the bill that they have in front of them, you know, the progress that they're making as it relates to negotiating reductions and payments for you. And here's the thing, you don't have to change providers, so none of that is required. You're not locking yourself into any long-term contract or agreement with these guys. they give you options. I mean, you know, so yes, there's a fee that you'll pay for them to do that work for you, but they give you the option to pay the fee up front, which is a small amount compared to what they're saving you, or you can pay that fee over time. So your choice there. But now my results from this portion of the program, $120 saved on my internet, $173 saved on my Sirius XM satellite radio contract. These are huge savings for me. I'm taking the difference of that money and putting it back into my pocket. So I say again, if you haven't taken advantage of this, you need to take advantage of this. It doesn't cost you anything to see what these guys can do. And if there's a huge savings for you, I've seen people save a tremendous amount of money on internet, satellite, cable, cell phones, all of those things. Again, I mean, if you want to continue to pay this money and not take advantage of this, then that's truly your choice. But we hope that, honestly, you understand that what you've got now is a group that can negotiate those reductions in payments for you. So as you see here, the system is fairly easy to access, and that's what I love about it. They've simplified it. They've made it very easy where it's not, I mean, you don't need to be a rocket science to figure these things out. You upload the necessary information. You go in, create your account, set it all up, and let these guys go to work for you. So that's our strategies with helping you lower your bills. So now we're 2 platforms in. We reduced your taxes. We've lowered your bills. We just put more money back into your pocket. So let's find a way to put even more money back into your pocket moving forward with our debt elimination strategy. Now, this one excites me. Why? Because this year, ladies and gentlemen, is my get-out-of-debt date. This is my debt-free day. It is the most exciting time in my life. Think about this. Let's think about a debt-free lifestyle. Go with me on this one if you would. It wouldn't matter whether you got paid every week, every 2 weeks, every month. But when you got paid, say you had no bills, no mortgage, no credit card, no student loan, no car payment, what would life begin to look like for you? What would it feel like? What sort of impact can you then have on the life of others when you're in that position? Meaning you generate your income, whatever it is that you do, and with that income, you owe no one. You owe zero balance on everything you're doing. I mean, I'm telling you, you're in a position now to do some incredible things. Now, here's what we understand as well. The only way that you can begin to position yourself to accumulate wealth, you first have to be debt-free. I mean, if you're going to generate your income and all that income goes towards you paying bills, which is the track that most people are on, and it's unfortunate because that's what I was doing the exact same thing before the MWR financial platform. Once again, paid on Friday, broke on Monday, but working just to pay bills with no real plan. So I was destined to do that until I died. We don't need that. We don't want that. I know you don't want that. So take advantage of this system and this strategy. Again, the ability to eliminate debt and do it in record time. When I saw this platform, I drug into the debt elimination strategies 15 years worth of remaining debt. That included a small balance on a mortgage. These guys have positioned me to pay that debt off, ladies and gentlemen, in 6 years. Guys, that was 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago. I'm nearly done at the end of this road. Now, what I will say about this, MWR Financial and our debt elimination strategy is not going to handle the money for you. They're going to give you the strategies and show you exactly what to do. So there is some self-discipline required. And when you get a bill paid off, don't take that money and blow it. I mean, put that money toward the principal balance of the next bill and get rid of it very quickly, and then free up that money and start throwing money toward the principal of the next bill. It's a debt roll-down system. It's incredible the way it works. I strongly suggest that you get on track if you haven't already, but if you really want to see yourself eliminate debt in record time, think about this. Take a 30-year mortgage and pay it off in 7.5 years. Wouldn't that be pretty exciting? Or do you want to continue to drag that debt around? I don't, and I know you don't. We've got the strategies in place to assist you in getting that done. So we're looking at our debt load center, upload center in the back office of our debt elimination strategies. Basically, you're going to go into the system. You're going to put in whatever the bill is, what the rate of interest is, what the payment currently is, and all of that. This thing is going to do a complete analysis for you. And basically, it's going to say what you've inputted in the system. Based on everything that we see, you're going to be in debt for, say, the next 30 years. Now, and then they're going to do a comparison for you. The analysis is going to show that using the same money, basically the same debt load that you brought to the table, that we can show you how to pay all that off in record time, in half the time, or 1/3 of the time. And we're going to show you exactly how to do it, and our experts are going to walk you through the entire process. Now, if you go back to the beginning of the page, Mr. Banks, we can see where if there's a question for the debt elimination experts, ask it now. So you click on that, go to the chat, and ask questions. So again, you've got licensed trained experts working with you, holding your hand through the entire process. Now, this portion of the system also includes a student loan debt relief. That's been a hot topic across the country, with the government fighting or the current administrative fighting to get these student loans eliminated. And I don't know how much luck they're going to have with that, but let's find out a way that we can settle this debt quickly using the platform that we offer. Guys, it is profound what we have access to, what MWR Financial brings to the table in the way of helping us get our financial life in order. We've got now the tools, the systems, and the experts. Now, keep in mind, these strategies that you're seeing that you've got access to are the same strategies that wealthy people have always used. Again, I told you, MWR Financial has leveled the playing field and given you and I a shot to win. Now, let's go to the final piece of our cashback strategy. There's 4 components here, and the fourth one would be credit restoration, restore my credit. Now, real quickly, I'm going to share this with you. When I saw this part of the program, I definitely needed it, right? An enhanced credit score, we know, is going to get you lower down payments, lower interest rates, all of those things. When I plugged into this program, I come out of here with a 128-point increase in my credit score. Now, I don't have to tell you what it did for me, but I will tell you. 10 feet tall, bulletproof, as strong as thunder. Let me tell you what that 128-point increase did for my credit score. It put me in a position where I got a reduction in payments on premiums on my automobile and homeowners by $200 a month. That's a huge savings. You want to talk about an infusion of cash? Or, from my existing finances, all because of a credit score increase. Again, this puts us in a position, if your credit score is not where it needs to be, then we're forced to overpay. What I like about all the systems that we offer, there's a tutorial attached to each one of them. There's videos. There's a consultation video, even a what to expect next video attached to all of this. So you get, again, an opportunity to work with experts, but they're going to hold your hand through the entire process. But there's nothing difficult about this process. What I love about what we do is that our experts do all the work. All you'll have to do in this section, basically, is download your credit reports, and we're going to give you access to Smart Credit where you can actually do that, and then upload through your upload center on this very portal, upload your credit reports. And when you do that upload, there's Smart Credit right there. It's going to give you full access to all 3 bureaus. Then you're going to download those to your system and then upload those back to MWR Financial. They're going to begin to do the process for you, do the work. They'll even create the dispute letters, send those back to you through your message center. You print those dispute letters off, sign off on them, send them to the bureaus, and wait for a response. And when you get that response, then what you do basically is upload that response back to MWR Financial, and they start the next round of disputes on your behalf. Listen, here's our system, 50 to 150-point increase in their credit score, 2 to 8 month process. I mean, think about that. You take your current credit score, add 150 points to it, tell me what that does for you. It changes the whole game. Guys, again, I want you to understand the importance of accessing all of these services. Become a product of these products. They say stories sell, right? And there's no better story than the story of the success that you've had from using these services. Become a direct product of these products and watch what happens as it relates to your level of excitement or your ability to share this concept with someone, and they start gravitating toward it because everybody, and I mean everybody, wants the same thing to happen to them. So that is our cashback strategies. Those are the 4 components. Each one of those strategies are designed to put more money back in your pocket. Why do we want to put more money back in your pocket? One, because we're the ultimate cash flow company, but we want to position you to begin to accumulate wealth. Now that we've got this new money, let's not go out and spend this money. Let's be disciplined and set ourselves up to create the inheritance for your children, to put yourself in a position where you can live the life of your dreams, right? So there's a lot attached to what we're doing. So we move on now to our next strategy, which is our passport program. Now that we've saved you money in all of these areas, right, this new money, what are we going to do with it? Let's start investing this money. Put ourselves in a position where we've got money making money for us. Why is that so important? Here's what I want you to understand, and I know everybody on this platform has already figured it out, and I figured this thing out earlier when I saw what MWR Financial had the ability to do. I'm quoting Warren Buffett now, who says, if you don't find a way to generate income or to make money while you're asleep, you're going to be forced to work until you die. So we've got to find a way to put money to work for us. Why is that so important? Because we know that physically you and I can't keep up. By design, we won't ever win this game. There'll never be enough time in the day for you to generate the level of income that you need to set yourself free. It's not going to happen. You need help. Where's that help coming from? That help is coming from your money. Put your money to work for you. 2% of the population has figured this out. The other 98% of us struggle through paycheck to paycheck, working just to pay bills, and at the end of that process, what happens? We die broke. We've got to find a way to position ourselves to allow money to work for us. See, because money, while we're sleeping, it's working. It shows up on time. It doesn't call out sick. I mean, it does exactly what it has to do. It compounds itself. And I think it was Einstein who said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Now, those who is receiving the interest are going to be the winners. Those who paying it are going to be the losers. So we got to reposition ourselves. And now that we've freed up this money, let's begin to look at some investment vehicles. Now, we'll talk first about our private reserve account. Now, prior to MWR Financial, I want you to clearly understand, I knew nothing about a private reserve account. I even asked my consultant, Cord Burner. I said, why is it that at 55 years old, I know nothing about a private reserve account? And he clearly said to me that the reason you don't know anything about it because you don't make $250,000 a year. He said, those are the people that we market these programs to. So once again, not locked out, but priced out. Until now, MWR Financial has leveled the playing field and given me, an average everyday guy, a shot at doing what 6% of the population is doing. That means owning a private reserve account. But keep in mind, I was still lost on this, naive to the whole concept. When they talked about the high yields, the fact that I could put money into an investment vehicle, have access to that money anytime I want it for any reason I need it, never pay taxes on it, then would be guaranteed never to lose any money. No way in the world. Who does that? Wealthy people do it every single day. So again, because I'm still naive to this whole concept, my thoughts were, where am I going to get $10,000 or $20,000 to jumpstart an investment vehicle to get me the kind of returns that these guys are talking about? And they clearly shared with me that you don't need $10,000 or $20,000. The same $350 they saved me in taxes, the same $200 I saved because of the credit score increase, that was the money that I used to jumpstart the private reserve account. Turns out this private reserve account is paying me 10 times more than my 401k, put me in a position to retire in 10 years versus 25. And when I say 25, I want you to understand, I was 55 years old when I saw this platform. And I was putting money into a 401k, going to a job every day, putting money into a 401k, and I was contributing enough with the company who was giving me a match. But even with the match, the growth of that 401k was so slow that I was scheduled to work for those guys for another 25 years. So I told you I was 55 when I saw the program. Add 25 to that number. What does it sound like? 80. That was the plan, folks, because I didn't have a plan. And I know, and you know, there are many people that we know, probably none of you on this platform, but there are many people that we know are in that same situation right now. I was destined to work until I died, until these guys showed me this concept where I could have my money making money for me. It cut my time in better, more than half. I go from 25 years to 10 years. Listen, here's what the excitement was for me when they showed me this and I got the program started, is that what this thing has done basically for the first time in my adult life, I've got a clear picture of what my financial future looks like, all because of these services. The land banking concept, you're talking about a 35 to 36 increase in value last year alone from the land parcels that we have. This is our chance now to get in the game, to play it on a big level. You don't need $2, $3, $4 million to get involved in a land transaction or a land development deal in Antelope Valley, California. No, absolutely not. The minimum here is $40,000. You can roll that money over from a 401k if you desire to jumpstart. Listen, we know that God is not going to make any more land. There won't be any more made. Right? So this ownership of lands, of these parcels, is going to position you to put yourself in a position long term now with this investment where 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now, what is that value of that land going to be as these areas begin to develop and flourish and bloom? And it's happening now as we speak. Antelope Valley is blowing up. I mean, there's so much happening there, so much activity, high-speed rails, all those things are coming. Now is the time to position yourself to take full advantage of everything we have to offer. Now, I'll say this before I move forward. These are only two components as it relates to investment vehicles that we offer. February 4th and 5th, we're bringing two more components to the table that, to me, are even more attractive than the two that we have right here. This is going to put us in a position where we can really win now without a ton of money having to come up with up front. Again, you look at what we've done as it relates to our strategies to put money back into your pocket. Now we want to position you to be able to put that money into an investment vehicle to position yourself where you'll never have to worry about money again. And let's just give some thought to that. Think about waking up on any given day not worrying about money again, because you know as well as I do, what is our biggest struggle in this life? It's finances, right? Trying to figure it all out. How do we generate the level of income that we need to live the life that we desire, to be able to do the things that we want to do for ourselves and our family? How do we position ourselves to do that? And now, guys, we're just talking about strategies here as it relates to our ability to put more money back in your pocket to create a situation where you can start doing some investing and positioning yourself. But here's the beauty of MWR Financial, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, the services are outstanding. I love them. They stopped the bleeding for me. But what set me free was the opportunity itself, the fact that I could put this in front of other people that needed it as well as I did, as much as I did, or as bad as I did, and wanted also an opportunity to generate another stream of income. Within 2 years of me working this business, I was fortunate enough to be able to walk away from a $65,000 a year job. You heard Mr. Banks talk about that earlier, and he was there to witness that. But within 2 years, I replaced my income, doing exactly what we're doing now, sharing this concept. You're bringing to the table the tools and the systems and experts that 98% of the people in this country need and want in their life. I mean, so we've got to tell this story. We've got boots on the ground, but we need more on the ground. And you want to continue to tell this story to help people understand that there's a way out, particularly as it relates to where we are in this economy right now. The timing on this opportunity could not be better. But now there's another part of this membership that I think we're sleeping on. And I want to go now to my rewards. And guys, take advantage of this. I mean, think about it. You're going to spend money anyway, right? You're going to spend money. You want to go dine. You want to shop. You want to travel, hotel expenses, all that kind of stuff. Why not save money doing it? That's what we can do. We're taking advantage of our rewards program, the ability to save money in every area where you're spending money as it relates to dining, shopping, all of those things. I mean, we've got everything put together. We figured it all out. Honestly, we know that people are going to continue to spend money. So if you're going to spend that money, save a portion of it. Don't spend it all. We've got offers with this rewards program that will really position you and put you in a position to save money. I mean, and we're not talking about we're talking about well-known places. We're talking about places that you're familiar with in your city, throughout the country, that you can take full advantage of. Guys, again, if you haven't already plugged in to use every aspect of this service, I encourage you to do so. And I want to go back to the Passport platform for just a minute. When we talk about the private reserve account and land banking, listen, even if you're not ready to pull the trigger on an investment today, it doesn't matter. Make the call. Schedule the appointment. Go to the bottom of that page and schedule that appointment with these consultants and figure out where you are in your financial life right now, and let those guys help you develop a game plan. Now, I'll admit it was a difficult conversation for me to have. Seriously, it was, but I overcame that, and they helped me overcome it by saying things like, we don't really care how you got here, but our job is to get you where you want to be. And I brought all my issues, my troubles, my financial burdens to the table and said, here's where I'm at. I've screwed up. I've messed up, but I want to get this thing right. How do you help me do it? And they'll help you lay out a game plan to position you. Again, you don't have to be in a position to make an investment in land banking or private reserve account today. But, again, you want to set up that consultation so you can begin to kind of figure out what needs to happen next. How do you position yourself next to be ready to take advantage of the private reserve account, as well as land banking, not to mention these other components that we're bringing. And when we talk about what MWR Financial is going to do on February the 4th and 5th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, guys, we are the ultimate cash flow company. I mean, if the idea is for you to become wealthy, we've got the vehicle to help you get there. If the idea is to get your financial life in order, we've got the components to help you get that done. We're the only company in this country that are addressing these issues head on and providing you with true, live, trained, licensed experts to assist you in getting this done. This program has changed my life for the rest of my life. Honestly, all because of the access that I was given to these experts. See, as Adamo Tolson, the president of MWR Financial, always says, there's a money game being played. So we don't even know the rules, much less the ability to get in the game to have a shot at winning it. We need to surround ourselves with these experts. This platform does exactly that. It gives you everything that you need to succeed in a major way. Now, I want you to understand how important February the 4th and 5th is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I say to you, do whatever you have to do to be there because you want to hear this information from the horse's mouth. You also want to get the training on all of this. And I would encourage you to begin to sponsor people into the program, to put customers in front of an opportunity now because there are going to be some adjustments with all these new enhancements. You want to give people an advantage of winning and saving money, but you don't want to come to Fort Lauderdale by yourself. You want to position yourself where you can grow a team. And when that team gets in front of this new information, they see the adjustments in the compensation plan, all the enhancements there as well, something we're not even talking about tonight. But all of that combined with all of the new services and strategies that we bring to the table, I mean, honestly, America is waking up to realize that MWR Financial is it. I'm convinced that this is the new economy of people looking for a way out. MWR Financial is that way. I got to tip my hat to the left out anything. I mean, he's given us strategies that work and they're proven, and all we've got to do is plug ourselves in and take full advantage of it. I want you to understand what you have here, starting with the services, but it all begins here with all of us. You've got to use these strategies yourself, and when you get these results, you're going to get a level of excitement that you haven't had if you've not already used them, right? And then you have the ability to share this with other people and get paid a ridiculous amount of money. Now, Darryle, let's go to, and I think you're already there as it relates to our legal section. Now, this excites me as well because what we've got access to now are legal documents. We don't have attorneys, but we've got legal documents that have already been crafted by attorneys. So whatever it is you're trying to do, rent a property, sell an automobile, whatever the contract is, I mean, it's already back there. It's already been created for you. All you've got to do is access the system, get yourself plugged in and have full access to all of those things that you need. Depending on the states, all the laws are different. So when you log in, it knows where you're logging in from. It gives you the opportunity to choose the state, and you have access to documents now that you can use to move yourself forward in any way. So you don't have to pay an attorney. These documents are already drafted by attorneys. All the legal wording is there. Basically, you get it notarized, it becomes a legal document, but all of that is there. I see past due notice. It's got a lease in there. It's got anything that you could ever think of, business documents. All of those things have already been created for you. So this legal center that we've got, I think a lot of us have kind of fallen asleep on that and not fully accessed that to know exactly what we have. But to be able to have that without coming out of your pocket makes all the difference in the world. So we've got this, what we call Access Legal Self-Help. Again, I encourage you to get started with that or take a look at it at least if you haven't already. There's so much that this opportunity has to offer in the way of services, guys. Again, you want to plug in. You want to take advantage of everything that MWR Financial has. And again, I said, even if you're not in a position to make an investment today and to jumpstart your private reserve account, make the call, schedule the appointment, talk with these guys about where you are in your financial life. Have that hard conversation because at some point we're going to have it. We're going to have it because we don't want to find ourselves where we are today 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You want to position yourself to win, take advantage of these strategies, and watch what happens. And then share this opportunity. And that creates more cash flow for you. So I told you we were the ultimate cash flow company. This is the ability to create more cash flow. I use the additional cash flow from my MWR Financial business to speed up all of everything that I was doing as it relates to paying off debt early. All of those things made a critical impact on me speeding up that get out of debt date where here I am 2023 and it's facing me right in the face and I'm loving every minute of it. The fact that now I can keep all of my money. I mean, think about owing no man nothing. It's a powerful thing. I mean, it gives you truly the ability now to begin to accumulate wealth. So someone asks, well, now that you're debt-free or nearly debt-free, what do you do with this extra money? I'm looking for these investment vehicles, the two that we've already got plus the two more that we're bringing to the table. I'm going to be the first one in. I want to put money to work for me, right? So if you've got enough money working for you, then we can actually sit down and let the money do all the work. I think that's the perfect situation, right? Then you're in total control of your life. You dictate the terms. You move around the country like you want to. You go and stay as long as you want for, you have the ability to dictate your life. And that's the position that we want to create for everybody who MWR Financial touches. It is the most unbelievable concept that I've ever seen. Once again, I mean, when you talk about leadership from the top, Brian House, CEO and founder, Mr. Ndamo Tosin, president. I mean, guys, this is phenomenal. Then we've got people like, Brian Bean, who's a phenomenal trainer, helps you understand how to really grow a business like this, how to get this information in front of people, how to get your mind right so that you can prepare yourself to win. So, Mr. Banks, listen, I know we've got a little bit of time left. I wish there was a way that we could take questions, but I also wish that we, everybody that joined the platform tonight is in their back office and kind of following along with us. But, you've had some success with this platform as well, my friend. So you talk about life changing. Every aspect of this platform is designed to help people put more money back into your pockets.
Absolutely, Mr. Parker. I tell you, I was able to submit my information for my local cable company and also my Sirius XM satellite radio, and got tremendous savings on both of those two bills, and is being able to just roll that money right back into increasing my cash flow. So, again, if you guys visit our Facebook fan book page, which is MWRFinancialResults.com, MWRFinancialResults.com, and actually see thousands of testimonies from across the nation of people just like you and I who have actually had this experience of change in their lifestyle from these services. I don't have any questions in our chat, sir. So with that being said, let's see here 1 second.
Well, Mr. Banks, hey, just hang with me for a minute. I want to just talk with you about the program as it relates to the difference that you're seeing in your own personal life. When you talk about the ability to save money on those bills and you're freeing up this cash flow, you're generating cash flow, additional cash without having to go out and get a part-time job. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling, right?
Absolutely. I was facing a huge credit card debt, and it just seemed like it was not any way to finally get myself away from this. And then once I started plugging into the system and putting my bills in there and seeing that I was able to start applying more money towards that debt, I was able to reduce that credit card bill down tremendously. You certainly want to keep it open so you can have revolving credit, but it was just, paying the interest on that. It was just getting to a point where I was ready to give up before MWR Financial, and it certainly has changed my life completely, and I'm just out here sharing it with the world.
You said something very critical. You talked about you were at one point of giving up, and I'm willing to bet that there are many people who are in that situation right now, that they're nearly at the end. I mean, they don't want to do it anymore. I mean, they're strapped with debt. They put time into a job, they generate income, and then have to give all that money away just to pay bills to maintain some quality of life. People want to be free. And so I want everybody on this platform to understand that you are the ticket out for hundreds of thousands, millions of people across the country. All we've got to do is tell this story, share it with people, and let them see for themselves what this program can do. Now, you want to talk about a program that's strong as thunder. I told you it was the most comprehensive financial package ever offered to the general public, but you're talking about a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. And that doesn't happen in the financial service space, no question about it. But why is there so much confidence in it that MWR Financial can make that bold statement and put it in writing? Because we know, and tens of thousands of people have already figured out that it works. And I challenge anybody, put your credit in front of these people and watch your scores increase. Schedule an appointment with the CPAs. Let them review your current tax situation and watch them save you money on taxes. Schedule your appointment with the investment consultant and watch those guys help you and your family develop a game plan where you're now in a position where you've got money making money for you. And I want to talk about that before we leave as it relates to the importance of finding a way to allow money to work for you. We've got to find a way to do it because I'm convinced that's the only way that we're going to win. As I mentioned earlier, there's not enough time in the day for you to generate the level of income that you need to set yourself free. It's not going to work. We've got to find a way to put money in place, and that money is going to outwork you and me all day long. Again, compound interest is the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. I'm so excited about February 4th and 5th because, again, there are new investment vehicles that will be put before us that we'll have an opportunity to participate in to speed up this process of generating real wealth. I mean, it's phenomenal. And again, we've got the same strategies now that wealthy people have always had, so we get a chance now to join that elite group of individuals across the country who are living the lives of their dreams. Again, I'll say it again. I mean, think about waking up on any given morning, never having to worry about money again. That's what MWR Financial is about. We're the ultimate cash flow company, and we can help you realistically position yourself to get that done. Proven, predictable strategies that we know work and we can offer to the average everyday person. And we talk about the membership alone, the cost, $99.97 to include a spouse. Now, we know that you couldn't go anywhere in the United States and find one of these services, much less all of them. Think about what is happening here. You're having infused into your life CPAs, financial planners, enrolled agents, credit restoration experts, debt elimination experts, investment consulting, and a bill trading component. That's just to mention a few. For $99.97 to include a spouse as well, unheard of. It doesn't happen. Only here at MWR Financial. Now, here's the other benefit of the membership alone. You refer 3 people to the membership. MWR Financial then waives your ongoing cost of $99.97. So you get full access to the entire platform for 0 cost. Unheard of, unbelievable. Once again, I got to tip my hat to leadership. These guys have thought of everything, but we're dealing with a group of people that have a heart for the average everyday person. They want to see us all win, and they're going to create the platforms that are necessary to guarantee that that happens, and that's the power in MWR Financial. And again, we found our space. We are without question, the ultimate cash flow company. And I'm telling you, I can't wait to see everybody on this platform in Fort Lauderdale on February the 4th and 5th. And even if you're just a member and you're not a qualified financial director, come and see for yourself. Meet the experts that you've been working with in every one of these areas. They'll be there. They're going to be training on these new components. You'll get to meet the CPA teams and all of those people that are doing this work for us currently. Even the bill shredding group, those professionals that are negotiating the reductions in payments for you. All of that, all of those teams will be there, as well as our corporate team. Guys, it is an exciting time. The timing on this couldn't be better. MWR Financial is that way out for a great majority of people who struggle in their financial life. But now, even for those who are not struggling, who want to find a way to generate more income, MWR Financial is an attraction. It doesn't matter whether you got $2 in your pocket or $2 million in your pocket. MWR Financial has something for you. So with that being said, Mr. Banks, I want to thank you for allowing me to have this space with you. I want to thank again Mr. Tolson for allowing me to be on the platform. And I say to you in closing, guys, get excited or stay broke forever. Thank you, Darryle.
Absolutely, guys. Hey, but listen, thank you so much. We'll see you on a platform next Thursday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Again, please be sure to mark your calendar, set up your alarm clocks. And with that being said, I'm going to release the call so we can all say goodnight.
I'm in this thing.
Have an amazing night.
I checked and I'm sure.
Awesome. So, let me leave you.
All right, guys. Have a good evening. Thank you so much.